Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly reading for the collective consciousness for February 5th through 11th. You guys know the drill. Please like this video, please subscribe to this channel, please share this video with anybody that really needs to hear the forecast for the week, the energies of the week, and I think that's it. Same, nothing different here. Same spread, same cards. I did buy a new set of cards yesterday, but I'm still feeling called to the same 4 decks shuffled, and the order is shuffled as well. So, okay, that's it, guys. This is for, did I say it already? February 5th through 11th. Let's get it going. All right, what do we need, guys? Guardian angel. I need angels in my life. They're always there. Just, you know, sometimes we forget to call upon them, and that's really like their main gig, guys. Waiting for us to not summon them, maybe summon them, but they're there for love, guidance, support. And then we have a you not alone. Okay, so obviously, yes, that's what Spirit is trying to convey here, but also to I'm getting a loneliness kind of aspect kind of coming through. So I'm interpreting this as us needing more social interaction, need more connection in general. Again, not just to our angels, but I think this is more like on a human level as well. So we definitely need that. So, and I know people are watching from, you know, all corners of the earth, but I'm here in the Northeast and we have seasons. So I totally understand what winters can be like for us because none of us want to leave our house. Our houses or apartments. So I totally get that, but this is kind of saying that we really kind of need that connection. And it doesn't have to be a physical connection, right? Like call a friend, you know, emotional connection, spiritual connection, that kind of thing. So it does feel like it's an emphasis on that, but it wouldn't hurt you to kind of get out of the house, and really connect, because again, the main focus here, it's like not so much about who you're connecting with, but more so that you need that ability, you need that basic human need, honestly. So let's see what action needed says here, because sometimes they go together. Warrior. Oh God, you guys know I love cards like this. Strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice and conquering the ego. Warrior. Sorry, it's tripping me up because I love it so much. So basically, warrior is about transcending something really, really difficult, okay? And so the fact that it's under action needed is that it's calling for that warrior energy, for that warrior archetype coming through. So I love it when it comes through, but sometimes it just means like hang on a little bit longer, be a little bit stronger. I know everybody's doing their best, taking it day by day, that kind of thing. Trust me, I've been really in my warrior energy for far too long at this point, but it might feel that way for you guys too, right? For the collective, because if one person is going through it, other people are, and that's why I read for the collective, right? Is because there's the collective energy that's kind of going on here. So this is just saying that we just need to hang on a little bit longer, that we really do need to continue being in that archetype of our warrior and keep going. This is particularly for those going through any kind of emotional, mental, or spiritual journey. I know that's super general, but so for example, I'm going through a physical, even though I do have like, it's obviously emotional, it's mental too at the same time, but this is really specifically for people that are going through more of a mental type thing, because it just feels that way. Honestly, that's what I'm getting intuitively. You guys know I read intuitively, and also it's mental, emotional, because of this, like I'm just feeling like this loneliness, right? And so if something is keeping us isolated, or if something is kind of keeping us from connecting to people, obviously, like I said, reach out, definitely try to connect to people, but in general, you know, even if that doesn't resonate with you, in general, we have to keep going, okay? Because that's what the warrior energy is about, is that we keep going. We conquer things that we are afraid of, and we conquer things that pretty much have destroyed us, like tower moments or awakenings, or anything that has really brought us to our knees, right? And so we just have to keep going, and I feel like a lot of you guys that are listening to this really needs to hear that. So keep going, keep going, keep going. Obviously, we'll, you know, we haven't pulled the rest of the cards, so we'll see what's up for the rest of the week, but you know, and then we'll find out next week if it gets a little bit better. But I feel like a lot of you guys need to hear this, is that you have to continue to be in your warrior energy. It's not over yet, but you're almost there. So continue to fight, fight, fight. Okay. So that's what that's about. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful to you guys. Let's see what the issue here is. A leg up. Okay, so leg up, you guys know, oh, these are a little too close together this time. Let me space them out. Is always about advantageous energy, but since it's under issue, it's saying that we don't have the advantage. So this is almost like I'm getting this feeling of like maybe like starting from scratch or having to do it all on your own. Like it's almost like Spirit is giving me like the contrast of like, I don't know if you guys know what nepotism is. Wow. I don't know if you guys know what nepotism is, but it's basically like, you know, if you have a family member in the business, then you automatically kind of get, you know, you have like that advantage to getting into the business as well because of that. Or if anybody has like ever joined like a family business of some kind, because, and it's like, that's the feeling that I'm getting. So Spirit is saying you don't have that, okay? You don't have that advantage. You are starting from scratch. You're starting from the bottom. I mean, it's like the same thing, you know, if, well, I won't go into that, but I think my example about a family business is good. So I'll just leave it at that. But it's kind of like you're coming into something, you're dealing with something this week, and you don't have the advantage. Other people have the advantage. So you really have to rely basically on your skill, on your basic skill set, on your basic tenacity, and your talents just completely on their own, and prove yourself that way. Because this is kind of about like proving yourself. This could also be linked to that warrior where you have to work, you know, maybe this is something to do with work. Maybe this really is something that's going on work-wise, and you have to continue showing up as the warrior and pushing through and fighting and fighting and fighting, maybe for that promotion against somebody that maybe has an advantage against you, that kind of thing. So, again, this is for the collective, so it could resonate differently with each person. And oh, I forgot to say this in the beginning. Please write in the comments how it does. I read the comments, guys, so I would love a dialogue of some kind, and I just love to see, you know, if my readings is actually landing. So that would be great. So yeah, so that's the issue. So you're going up against that issue, but you can do it. Okay, so let's keep going and see what's going on. This challenge is usually similar. Go now. Okay, so yeah, this is basically saying you can do it. Okay, you can go ahead and do it. And like I said, it feels like you are fighting through, because that warrior energy is always, I see it as a positive, and it did come in the light. So, you know, our fighting is going to pay off. Okay, it's really challenging this week. So continue to go forward, and go now. And basically, go now to me also says like, don't stop. Like, spending time worrying about it, spending time beating yourself up, spending your time being pessimistic about it, like all of that stuff is just not going to be helpful for your situation this week. So just keep going forward. Don't look back. Don't stop. You know, just go forward. Okay, what's going to actually change? So we feel a little stuck there with those things. So broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. Okay, so yeah. So I love this because it's almost like this first row kind of like tells a story. So things are going to change, meaning that embrace the energy of peace. So peace. So things are going to get a lot more peaceful. Less. Ugh. Guys, I can't speak today. I'm having brain issues. I'm so sorry. Soon enough. I'm getting there myself. So, you know, I'm getting there. Okay. So this is, things will be peaceful. Things won't be so forced. Things won't be so hard to fight for all the time, that you're fighting, that you feel like, because that's what it feels like this week with that warrior energy. It's like you're fighting for something, like you're fighting for basic needs. You're fighting for, your mental health, like I said in the beginning. You're fighting for that promotion. You're fighting for something, right? And so the change is that things are going to be a lot more peaceful. So I'm going to say towards the end of the week, because it's kind of like, it feels to me like it's a progression. By next weekend, we're going to feel a little bit more at peace, and we're going to feel a little bit more calm. So it definitely does feel like this week is kind of like a, how do I say this? Show them what you're made of kind of thing. Or what's another way to say it? One last push through or something like that. Like I definitely do feel like this week is key in moving forward in life and seeing how we deal with that type of energy and how we kind of get through the week. So, okay, what do we need to focus on? So focus Okay, we have vampire upside down, depleting others for psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. Okay, so this came in upside down. So this is saying not to focus on that. Okay, so like I said, I was getting this energy of here of like spirit saying like, being pessimistic, stopping when you're in hell. Nobody stops in hell. You have to keep going to get out of hell, right? Not looking back, that kind of thing. Complaining, relying on other people to save you, different things like that is not going to be helpful for you this week. Okay, it's really about focusing and seeing your eye on the prize and trying to get there and doing the best that you can. This is also could be talking about energy. We need to be really mindful of our energy this week and do our best with minimizing distractions. That's the best kind of feeling the best kind of way I can say this feeling that I'm getting. Let's see actually what reflect comes up with, because focus and reflect could be very similar. So we have yang. Okay, so that makes sense because the yang is, and then we have the one, which is individuality, focusing on ourselves. So yang is the masculine energy. So that's about just getting it done, right? Just doing it. So it's under reflect, which is funny because reflect is more of like a feminine type quality, but it's saying like, we need to reflect on how we can get things done, how we can actually move through the week. So I will say, guys, it's definitely, a very masculine week, meaning like we just need to move forward the best way that we possibly can, kind of thing. So just take every day, day by day, and, keep your eye on the prize is a good way to put it. Responsibilities. What do we got going on here? Health and healing. Okay, so your responsibilities are still your health and healing. Which that, but it just feels like, what it also feels like? It feels like this week something big might be happening and maybe you feel like you're not ready for it. But it's still like saying like, take care of your health, take care of your healing, take care of whatever's kind of bothering you or kind of like the main issue. You can still get through the week if you keep doing your tunnel vision, and just going for it and getting through it. But you're still responsible for how you take care of yourself. Okay. So, and like I said, here with that vampire, taking care of yourself, taking care of your energy. Okay, so just that's your responsibility this week, is in order to get through the week, you have to take care of yourself, is basically what it's saying. Money and finances. And I lump career in here. These are too close together, I think. Okay. Animal guardian, trust your instincts. Okay, so trust your instincts with things. So instincts to me is just another way of saying intuition. Sometimes it's more of a body feeling than it is more of an emotional or spiritual type feeling. So that's why they use that term. That's what I think. But same thing. Okay, so this is saying do what feels right. Do what feels good in your body. Do what intuitively, basically listen to your intuition. When it comes to career, money, finances, there's not too much to say here, but it's saying go with your gut. Okay, and go forward, right? And so I definitely do feel like some of us might be making quick decisions. That's why it's coming up, because like I said, this week we're kind of doing the tunnel vision and trying to go forward, and it's a very masculine week, so it's a quick week, which is so funny because I keep seeing these memes online about people talking about January and how slow it was, like, oh, it's January 45th or whatever. They're funny, but I kind of felt that, but not really. I would love to know if anybody felt that too. But it's going to be funny. It's going to be a little bit of a shock to some of you guys that felt that way, because February definitely, at least this first full week, feels like it's definitely speeding up. So you're not going to feel that energy at all. It's definitely going to feel like things are moving forward. But yeah, just trust your gut, your inner guidance system, your intuition, your instincts when it comes to decisions. And you might be making quick decisions, which is why Spirit is asking you to do that. Surprise, angel. Okay, we have more angelic energy, helping those in need with no expectation of return. Okay, so surprise. So I will say this, it's kind of random and like not really, so far this feels like it's all kind of like talking about the same thing or being in the same realm. This is kind of random and saying, surprise, you may act like you may be the angel in somebody else's life. So what does that mean? That means that being there for somebody without even knowing that you're there for them, probably because the week is like going so quick and that's not your main focus. So this is just coming through and saying like, it's almost like, or somebody coming through from like the past that maybe thanks you for being there for them during like a difficult time or something like that. So it could be like somebody appearing that like considers you their earth angel is what I'm trying to say, because it feels like it's on us. Like it's a very somebody is very grateful that we exist, and that's such a nice thing to say, right? But you know, it's I'm grateful you guys exist, that's for sure. But they're grateful for how you treated them, or were there for them, or did something for them, right? Because they went through like a hard time at the time. So it's a surprise, meaning that someone might come out of the woodwork really thanking you for something like that. So be mindful of that. The only reason that's coming through is just Spirit saying like, that's a nice highlight of the week, basically. So watch out for that. We have friends. What do we have under friends? Happy. Good. Okay, so at least our friends are not going to be hindering us from our progress. You know, a sore spot in our week. It feels happy, which solidifies what we've gotten up here, where it says we need to reach out to people. So reach out to your friend groups. We need to connect people. And when you do, you'll get a good outcome. So people need people. So it just feels good all around. So if you're sitting there wondering if you're a burden to your friends, or you are feel like you don't have anybody, or feel like you can't connect, or you haven't connected with somebody in a really long time, please take this reading as a sign to go ahead and do that. I will say this, because of like all of this energy here and up here, do not use it as a place to complain if you can help it. Obviously, venting could be very therapeutic. You know, I'm not telling you to suppress your feelings. All feelings are valid, but it definitely does feel like they can help provide positive energy for you, a place, a safe space, a place for happiness. So utilize your friends for that. Yeah, there's not too much more I can say about that. Okay, so we have romantic connection. We have retreat into nature. Okay, so interesting for under romantic connection. So I also feel like it's not, you know, our relationships aren't like a sore spot this week, or getting in the way or anything like that. It's just saying retreat into nature. So if you can, maybe get outside, go on a vacation. Well, maybe not a vacation, because this week is like kind of crazy, but if you can get like a hour to yourself with like a romantic connection and go outside and do something. Again, I know it's cold, especially where I am in the Northeast, and some of you guys have seasons, and I know some of you are Canadian, so I can't even imagine, but this is saying, you know, do something that could help ground you with your romantic partner. That's really what it is. So don't take it super literal. Any type of grounding activity would actually count for this. You know, knitting with your partner, sitting down and playing a board game with your partner, or something like that. For all of my single folks out there, it's a good week to go on a date, and like a fun date, like planning like a fun thing that keeps you present, keeps you grounded, something like that. Like, you know, instead of just going out for drinks or something, not knocking that, but it's definitely, the energy supports more grounded activities with somebody that, with like a significant other of some kind. So, all right, so that was kind of random, but kind of like the surprise is kind of random, but okay, important. Drew would hold the space. Okay, so it's important that we hold the space for ourselves and for other people as well. So it does, like I said, it does feel like a, you know, coming off of this corner here with it feels like our relationships are good. It feels like our relationships are good, but we have to reciprocate. Like, that's why I'm getting a lot of this energy where it's like, if you have some dark energy, like, don't necessarily bring it into where you find the light. Like, these are sources of the light for you, if that makes sense. Again, not trying to invalidate anybody's feelings or anything like that, but these are going to be the sort, that's the only way I can say it, is like, they're a source of light for you in maybe some dark times where you have to continuously push through, where it's kind of like leaning on the people that are there for you, that are bringing that positive energy, that are bringing that light. You know, that's really important for your health this week, for your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, all of that. Okay, so this is saying, you know, hold the space for other people and they'll hold the space for you. Okay, so that means that we're creating a safe environment. Now, if you do need to vent, you know, it's totally fine, but like, just don't make, like, I'm just trying to say, like, don't make it the focus. Like, let them help you get out of the funk, right? That's like a good way to put it too. Let them help you. They're there to hold space for you, but you also hold space for them. Okay. So, and that's why sometimes why I'm like moving away from the venting type talk, because sometimes the venting is really more so one-sided, and yes, they are there for you, but you need to be there for them as well. You need to reciprocate and reconnect with these relationships. So it has to be an even give and take. So, okay, hopefully that makes sense. What do we have under health and wellness? We have guide, represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. This is why I don't read the cards literally, because I'm not sure if that really makes sense with what I'm getting. But guide to me is just taking somebody through something that you've already kind of been through. So this could be giving back when it comes to, even though you're still in the fight, okay? Because that's what that warrior energy is really about, is you can still guide them through what you've been through, okay? So whatever's kind of going on up here, by the way, it could also be a breakup, okay? Because I know I'm talking in this corner about like, you know, our relationships are good and things like that, like around us. So it could be, it really could be anything, honestly. But so you can, so whatever it is, so whatever you've been through, you can guide them through. But I just wanted to make that clear. I didn't make that clear when I was talking about relationships. But your other, basically it meant your other relationships, you know, lean on your other relationships. So this is saying that, you know, bringing somebody, see, this is why it's so important that the people around us, that we see them as the source of light, because when most people that watch me would consider themselves sensitive people, would consider themselves empaths. Okay, so that means that we absorb things from other people. So I'm not trying to say that we're being the energy vampires to our friends, okay? Because like I said, it's going to be a reciprocal type of connection, but it's going to wear off, okay? Because sometimes the empath is the sponge too, right? Where we're like a sponge and we soak up whatever's around us. So that positive energy, that positive light, that, you know, that positive mindset is going to help us move through a very difficult week, okay? And then it's going to not only do that, it's going to escalate us to want to be the guide for other people, okay? So, God, I love the guide and I love warrior cards. So, that's what it's all about, is helping, you know. So this week you might find yourselves helping people more, having the energy to do that, having the positive mindset to do that, especially helping people that have gone through situations that you have gone through before, okay? So you're going to be feeling this burst of like helping energy. So definitely go with it, okay? And be somebody else's guide. Okay, overall outcome, breathe. Man, do you guys know how many times, you probably don't because I've never made it public, but I have pulled this card so many freaking times for myself over the last 2.5 years, where it's just reminding you to just breathe. Okay, we've gotten it a couple times before, but this just feels very significant for this particular week, because it's just saying just breathe, okay? It's also more of a grounded type card. So it's more about like, it's funny. I definitely feel this energy of moving through the week and just getting through it. Like, just get through it. But these two cards here are really talking about, you could also be grounded and present at the same time. Okay, so how do I explain this? It's okay. Yes, I said it earlier. And let me see if hopefully I won't butcher this. When you're going through hell, keep going. Don't stop in the middle of hell. That's probably not perfect, but I think you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But if you happen to stop, don't panic. That's a good way to put it. Don't panic. Don't wallow in it. Don't freak out. Don't let it get you down, okay? That's why people say don't stop, right? Because once you stop to figure it out, and look around and say, oh my God, I'm doomed, or something, where our ego mind kind of takes us, that's when things kind of go off the rails. So that's what Spirit is saying. It's saying it's okay to breathe and, stop and pause. Just don't allow those negative things to really seep in and stop you from moving forward, because the go now, okay? It's going to be challenging, maybe for that reason, but Spirit is asking us to move forward, okay? Is asking us to move forward. So taking every day, day by day, but also having that warrior energy and really, really moving forward, okay? So, but just remember to breathe, okay? That's literally our lifeblood. Like, we have to breathe in order to live. So take a deep breath, okay? But continue to keep moving forward. So, okay. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this feels tough, okay? In my closing statements here, it feels tough. But like I said, I feel like it'll go quickly. So if you felt like, you know, the last few weeks have been very slow moving, it doesn't feel like that. But it may be feeling like it's difficult, like moving through mud, for example. You know, you're trying to move forward, you're trying to move forward, you're trying to move forward. Something is kind of holding you back, but you're continuing to move forward because you have that warrior energy. The outcome is peace, okay? And so that's the other thing too, is like, because of that change here, it's going to change. Things are going to become more peaceful, even by the weekend. So you really just have to get through the week. So lean on the friends, you know, lean on that support, reach out, connect. That's probably your best defense for the week, to be honest with you. That will 100% get you guys through the week for sure. So, okay. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Like I said, it feels like a tough week, but you guys are tougher. So, you know, I'm not worried. I'm never worried. So, I believe in you, and you guys got this. Okay, I think that was it. Thank you for sitting through a little bit of my trying to talk fast. My brain is not catching up kind of situation. So appreciate it. Guys, I can't wait for next week to do next week's reading, but I hope you enjoyed this reading. And again, put any comments down below of anything that you want to talk about, or let me know what resonates, how it manifested for you, etc., etc. Okay, guys, have a good one. Bye.